Hello and welcome along to another one of our FIFA 19 career mode videos with Crew Alexandra. It's season 1 episode 2 and today we're carrying on straight where we left off last time with our home game against Morecambe in the first day of the League 2 season. If you haven't yet seen episode 1, click on the eye above to have a look. We'll go through all of our transfer business for the summer so you can see the players we've brought in and see the tactic we're going to line up with. But let's get straight into the first game, and if you haven't clicked it yet, you're going to have a spoiler of who's joined the club. So let's get into it. We're obviously playing as Crew. We're playing on world-class difficulty. It's the one I always play on because I can't cope with more. You don't want to watch me lose every game, and equally you don't want to see me win every game on professional. So if we have a look at our team, we're at full strength today. We've got 3 signings in the squad, all from my beloved Luton Town. James Justin and Dan Potts at the full-back areas, and Pelly, Ruddock and Panzer in the middle. We're probably one signing short of where we want to be. I'd love to bring in a number 10 or a holding midfielder, just so that we can then take Nichols out of the team and play with a traditional front two. I'm not a 4-3-3 fan, but unfortunately that's all I've got at the moment. So we'll be back in a second for the kickoff. Okay, here we go. It's the start of the season at Court Lane or whatever it's called, the rubbish ground on here. It doesn't look too dissimilar to Crew's ground, to be honest. Maybe that's what it's based on, because they've got that big stand opposite the main stand and then 2 little ones, so it doesn't look a million miles away. We're quite happy with that. They're talking about our signings, Justin and Panzu. We obviously discussed in episode 1 that the transfer window and the fees are well out of sync in this game. They've always have been, and they'll never be realistic, unfortunately. The top players go for far too little, and the bottom level players go for far too much. The wages are miles off, but that's not what they worry about. They worry about providing top cinema gameplay. As we win an early free kick there, I'm not quite good at these. I normally like to try and do a clever short one, so let's have a go for it. We've laid it off to Bowery, into the edge, and his first touch is awful. If you haven't had a look yet, obviously I'm doing a FIFA Ultimate Team story as well. So if you go and have a look at that, the first gameplay episode will be out in a couple of hours. Again, we've already looked at our team and introduced ourselves. But just to see, because we've got a few gold players in there and a few players of sort of Premier League and La Liga and Bundesliga standard, you can see the difference between that and this level, where it's a lot slower, there's a lot more awry touches and things like that. As a cross is headed away, we haven't got the biggest front line, so unfortunately we might struggle with that regard, which is where I've got a lot of my goals for so far in Ultimate Team. In terms of online play, I've always done pretty well, even in this game so far on Ultimate Team, because I've been able to adapt to the game conditions more than a few other people. I know it's been a big struggle, there are a lot of changes. I like it, to be honest, as we try and get in again, but it's an awful first touch. I do like the fact that you can make mistakes now. It's a bit more like PES in that sense, that you do make mistakes, you have scrappy first touches, your shots don't always hit the target no matter who you are. It's good to see a bit of a distinguishable difference between League 2 and Premier League players as well, which, you know, often you do see the case every week. As we mop up there and they can't get through for their first shot. We are building possession. You'll already have noticed I'm not man for tricks and flicks and things like that. I like to keep possession. I like to try and pass the ball better than that, get crosses in. We still play good football, we still play attacking football, but at this sort of level we've got to worry about preserving stamina for some of these players as well, because we haven't got a particularly good squad depth either, and we'll probably have a game in 3 days' time. Potts gets the ball wide to Miller, and can we finally get in this time? We're going to try and cut back. We've got 2 men making the run, so there's 1, there's 2. We cut it back again to the edge, and now we've got to have a shot, surely. We've gone for it, second touch. Great save by the keeper to tip it wide. Morecambe in real life are one of the favourites for relegation. They've got one of the smallest budgets in the league. And really at heart they're a National League club, but they're performing so well. Their manager's done a great job there for years. And as a result, if we can't win a game like this, we do know we're going to struggle this season. As James Justin, the new signing, does brilliantly from the corner to win it back. He's got the ball out on the right. It's a lovely first time ball. Bowery's lost out in the air, but he's going to get on the end of the knockdown, is he? No, it's just behind him. But as we've said, online we've tended to do quite well. As that, I've seen that a few times in both game modes, and it's absolutely awful. The cutback trying to lay it back for either a keeper or centre half, and they just chip it out for corners. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I had a similar thing when I did the PES demo video, and it almost put me off the game, the fact that they scored an own goal from one of them. And the fact that it's happened a few times in this game is starting to worry me a bit. Green's got the ball to the back post. He's only a little striker. He's not getting there. The ball's fallen out to Potts. We've got all the ascendancy, but we don't look like scoring in the air, and we're going to have to come up with an alternate route. We might try some low crosses in a minute and see how they work out. We've got Pelly, Ruddock. The reason we signed him is he's such an athletic player. He's caught up there and almost gone too far. But we've got it back to the centre half. We've got the ball coming in. Justin will head away, and it's fallen as far as Bowery, who can now counter-attack. We need some support. We're not getting out very quickly here. Jones will get it wide, and I'm going to switch to a slightly more attacking game plan, because this is one of the few games we should be heavy favourites for. Miller's just waiting for the overlap from Jones. one of the players who was already at the club in real life, one of their youngest, hottest prospects. They've crossed the ball in. We've tried to get on the end of it again, but we're going to go low crosses from now on because these haven't been working. It's fallen to us at full-back again, and it's just time to build. We've barely been out of their half. The ball to right-back Justin, into Pelly Ruddock. Can we get a crossing? He's going to flick it back for Justin again. We're going to lay it back. We're going to try and build a bit more of a sensible attack here now we know we haven't got the big men in the box. It's not the most best pleasing to watch, but it is patient build-up play as we try and switch the flank and get it in. There we go. We found a little pocket of space, but the touch is poor again, and it's cleared away. Offline, in terms of the Ultimate Team games I've played to try and get to a new point for recording, it has been a bit more difficult. As soon as we played on World Class, we've lost every game. We won the one we played on Professional and got absolutely hammered in Legendary, but it's been narrow defeats across the board in World Class mode. We knocked it down there and Pelly Ruddock could nearly get on the end of it, but he hasn't. And now Morecambe have another chance to go across halfway, but they just cannot get there. And it is relentless pressure, but we haven't looked like scoring, in fairness. Here is Pelly Ruddock, tries to beat his man. He's got outright strength. He's in behind. Oh, I've hit the finish. I've completely forgotten about the two-touch. And unfortunately, I've wasted an absolute gilt-edged chance to get us 1-0 up. But we're getting behind again in no time. We are dominating this game, so it is a matter of time, surely. Potts wins it back brilliantly there. And at the second time of asking, Morecambe can bring it away. And they're coming over the halfway line for a rare attack. They played it in behind, but that looks overhit. But he's going to make it. Fair play to the lad. Will dig the sign. He's got the crossing, and we can't go behind. Oh, we have their first chance of the match, and it's Kevin Ellison, the man who's always been there, the experienced winger, the big man in the box. And how on earth are we losing this game? And if you had any doubts as to whether we're going to challenge for promotion this year, doubt a lot more now. Let's try and get in behind. We've got to start to build some attacks. We get it wide to Pelly Ruddock. We'll see if we can get in behind again and hopefully make the most of it. He's so strong, but he's been challenged at the third time of asking that time. Green can't get across in time. We need to start winning these headers. They're so easily getting in behind us. And unfortunately, I'm starting to worry about our game mode here. We could be in for a relegation fighting season, as Crew probably are in real life, to be honest. Ellison's got a cross in this time, but it's headed away, or volleyed away even, by George Ray, the captain. And coming up to the stroke of half-time, I can't see where a goal's going to come from, to be honest. And this is why I hate 4-3-3. I love having two men in the middle for every cross. And we just haven't got that. As they're in again, it's a great save by the young keeper, Garrett. But it could have been two there. I thought it was offside, but we've just left them for dead in the box. And unfortunately, we look very dodgy in this one. Ruddock heads it away on the stroke of half-time, and it's just going to be 1-0 at the break. But we have got a lot of thinking to do, and we may have to change formation and play our poorer wingers just so we can get to a formation we're familiar with and get two men in the box. We'll leave it as it is for 10 more minutes into the second half, and then we're going to make changes galore. The young centre midfielder Jones is struggling fitness-wise. We haven't been able to get Ruddock into the game because he's been a bit too wide. Even though we're playing a narrow three, they just seem to be going so far wide. He's almost playing like a right winger. Justin wins the header to Pelly Ruddock this time. Let's see if we can build a counter-attack in the middle. We've cut it back to Jones. Now out to Dan Potts, and we've got a bit of space on the left to bring the ball forward into. We're going to go down the line. We'll see if we can find Nichols. He's cut inside. He's got a man running off him in Sean Miller, sorry. Sean Miller cuts it back across the box. There's no one there bar a Morecambe defender. We had three in the box, but he managed to pick out the one defender. And now James Justin is doing some chasing on the counter-attack. They've given the ball away, but it's an awful touch, and we've lost out. But thankfully, Green's won it back. We'll try and get Miller in behind again. Surely this time we can get a shot on goal. But he's got in behind now. There we go. Oh, it's an awful shot. And it's been cleared away by the defender. I don't know what's happening with the finishing here. I really am struggling to adapt. I was doing all right with the top level players, but there is such a clear difference here. We've got it with Nichols again. Cuts it into Bowery. Oh, he's missed the flick. I've tried to be too clever. And it's still 1-0. How we are losing this game, I do not know. But it's going to take us some time to adapt this season. As we try and get it in behind again, but we've given it away. And Nichols is never getting there. One more attack and then we'll start making subs. Morecambe have made their first one already. We've got Miller in on the left here. One of the things I have noticed, I think I've mentioned it in the Ultimate Team video coming out later, is it's so hard to get in behind players. The pace off the ball when you press the press button, the players just cover 5 yards in no time at all. I think I was playing as one of the wingers in FIFA Ultimate Team, a good Premier League winger, and I was just getting caught, no end. And unfortunately, as we get in behind again, it's been intercepted. We're really struggling to break this team down. They're just camping 11 men out in the box. Jones has held it up and gets it wide. And as soon as we get the ball out of play, we're going to make some substitutions. Here is Justin to Green. Bowery on the edge of the box to Miller's missed his touch. And the poor level players, they just make so many mistakes. And we just need that confidence built again. Jones to Gray. to Ray, sorry. Now Justin coming down the right-hand side. We're just going to charge at him. We've got the pace. He's going to get it wide to the left. We've got space with Nichols. Nichols into Miller. Poor first touch. He's intercepted. He's still going. They've not been able to get it away. It's fallen to James Jones. He's got it into Miller. He's going to cut back inside and get the cross in. Bowery's on his own now. Can he get the shot away? He can. And it's tipped wide by the keeper. And we're going to make some substitutions now. We've gone back to a flat 4-4-2. So let's see if we can get some people in. Pelly's going to come back into the middle. Jones is going to come off on the right and we're going to bring Ainley on. Kirk's going to come on the left. Miller's more tired, so he'll come off and Nichols will go up front. I think Nichols has got a fair amount of pace, as has Bowery. So hopefully they'll be able to make the most of that. The only other one, Green's a bit tired and Potts at left back. So we'll see if we've got O'Connor's not particularly quick. And also in the middle, we haven't got much pace in terms of Lowry there either. So I'm going to bring O'Connor on at left back. Similar rating, just to see if we can take advantage of the flanks. We've made our 3 subs then. We're just going to deliver the corner right into the mixer. Too close to the keeper and it's fallen out to Ray. We'll make some tactical changes while we're building this one as well. Attacking fullbacks is what we want. Get in the box is what we want as well. We're building it on the edge with Kirk to Green. Green to Nichols. Great turn and shoot, but he's intercepted before he can get the shot away. And that's been the story of the game so far. Ruddock back in the middle should make a difference, but at the moment he's just defending from corners. As they got him behind again, Rains is chasing it back. Is he going to make it? He does, to be fair. He's done well there. Back to the keeper, Garrett, and we can build it out on the right-hand side again. But it's awful. It's under hit, and it's been intercepted easily. They've had a shot. It's deflected, and it's only just wide, and I think they've got a corner now. They haven't. It's a goal kick. That's a bit of a surprise. But this has been so disappointing, and I'm not really happy with how things have gone. We're going to start pressing as well now, just to try and get the ball back quickly. Bowery's got it in the middle. He's going to play it to Ruddock. Ruddock's just going to charge at them now. We've got time to get in behind. He's held his run well on the left. We've got a cross into the back post. The man in the middle, and it's nearly an own goal, but it's straight at the keeper. And it looks like somehow we are going to lose this game. We just cannot beat them. We've wasted a couple of great chances just due to utter misunderstandings with the new game. The man on the left is offside, and the man on the right's never getting there. Garrett's going to roll it out and we'll bring it forward. We may have to think about from game 2 onwards bringing on Chris Porter instead, because he's a big target man if we're going to have to go on that crosses route. As another wide ball's been intercepted, and you can see why we really need a quality midfielder. We just haven't got the options on the bench, whether it be a wide man or a central man. We just need someone who can thread a ball through in behind, because the crosses won't work, as we've said. We're going to get the ball out to the left now with Kirk. He's done well there. Can he beat the man? He's got a runner coming off the ball. He's giving it away again. It's really poor play. Nichols is trying to chase it down, but there's no one there. Ruddock will intercept that though, but he's giving it straight away. And we have got a lot of thinking to do, and we'll have to go back to the drawing board. We're definitely not going to be challenging for promotion in Season 1 by the looks of it. Bowery wins it to Ainley out wide. Nichols is in behind, but he's been intercepted. A good challenge by Old as he clears it down the line. And we've got to throw in around halfway. 5 minutes to go. We're going to have to go all out attack. We haven't got any other options at this point. Justin to Ainley. Back to Justin again. Can he work it down the line? He can for Paul Green. Paul Green's been challenged. He's too slow in the middle of the pitch there. Our only experienced player, really, as in terms of 30 plus. Justin's chasing back again. Kevin Ellison's got no pace, but he's got the quality by the looks of it. And we're going to try and head it back to the keeper, but we've lost out. And Garrett's going to have to slide in there. And we've won a goal kick. Last chance. We're just going to hoof it long this time. Big as we can up towards Jordan Bowery up front. It's ended up going wide to Mpanzu, who's lost it out in the air. Paddy Ruddock, that is. He's got 3 different names, so any of them could apply. Justin's lost out there. George Ray, the captain's closing down. It's a great ball across the box, and they nearly made it 2, but Garrett saves at the near post. I've not seen many shots at this level going across the keeper, which we do see quite a lot in real life, so that's something to worry about. But more worrying is the fact that we've got no points after playing one of the relegation favourites. And it doesn't look like we're going to score, despite being on ultra-attacking. And he's just run through 3 of us there, and they've got him behind, and it should have been 2. And with a minute of stoppage time left, we are never getting this goal in time. I've just hit that straight to the centre forward. It's back to Garrett again. We're going to go long. The goal kicks are awful. I'm going full power, and it's not going anywhere. We've lost 1-0. It's a very disappointing result. It hasn't gone well at all. We really need to get that last signing in soon. We're going to leave quite a gap between the next episode. We're going to get that transfer in. We're going to play through some of the season. If we get a big cup tie, we might come back earlier. But if not, we'll come back towards the middle of the season. And we'll let you know how we're getting on. Where hopefully we won't be struggling quite as much as we did today. But that will be all from this episode. If you did enjoy it, please put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content, as my channel name gives away, from Monday to Thursday at 4:30. And a new video from this career save on FIFA 19 every Friday at the same time. A big thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.